Yo, what's up everyone? This is Kaizouwar here. I finally got my wish. I have been wishing for ELPHELT to become a playable character in Guilty Gear Strive for the longest time, and I knew it was going to happen. It's just a matter of when, and I did not expect it to take till Season 3 for it to happen, but hey, better late than never. ELPHELT is one of my favorite Guilty Gear characters in general. I love her personality, her designs. I say designs because now she has up to 4 technically if you want to count her schoolgirl outfit, but yeah, I love ELPHELT. Her personality is great. Cassandra Lee Morris does a great job of her in English, and I love her Japanese voice as well. I love her, taunts and respects and mannerisms. Like, ELPHELT is just an overall good character. And it's funny when I see people, like, on social media hate ELPHELT either for, like, gameplay reasons or they just don't like her in general. And I'm like, how can you hate someone this cute? I just don't understand. But the point is, ELPHELT is one of my favorite Guilty Gear Strive characters, and I've been wanting her in the game for the longest time. I figured she was going to get it in Season 1, but she didn't, and I expected Season 2, because I just, of course, why not? ELPHELT's a mega popular character. She's one of the most popular Guilty Gear characters out there, and I've been wondering when she's actually going to show up, and funny enough, it took to Season 3, which is, still weird, but again, better than late than never. I'm just happy she's here, and I've been playing her somewhat since she's dropped, and I'm having a lot of fun. So ELPHELT's original announcement was meant to be in the Game Awards, right? But she was leaked a little bit before that, which I find hilarious. Now, a lot of discourse was happening on social media about they saw that people didn't believe the leaks. People superimposed Bridget over ELPHELT and said that their faces look similar, so it could be a fake. A lot of people say they don't like the design because she lost her ears or just lost the wedding dress and the Guns N' Roses reference is gone. I've seen a lot of people complain about that. Honestly, I can understand where those people are coming from. ELPHELT had a very, very distinct design, even from between Xrd and Rev 2, because Revelator, not Rev 2 exactly, but Revelator kept ELPHELT's base ideas for design, but also making her look edgier and cooler. And I think those two designs from Xrd Sign to Xrd Revelator still stick out. She's a very, you could put ELPHELT in a silhouette and easily tell who she is. But I love her Guilty Gear Strive design. Now, again, I know a lot of people don't see the Strive designs as their favorite. They don't like that she's a death metal pop idol, which I really think is really fitting for her at this point, which is hilarious. But I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the design, but I personally am. See, Guilty Gear Strive is about a lot of characters coming to a resolution in their lives, trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives, reconciling and stuff like that. They want peace in their lives. They want closure. And Guilty Gear Strive has shown that with a lot of characters, from Eno to Axel to Soul to Kai to May to just every damn Jacko, Bridget, Testament. Look at all the hobbies Testament has, right? Look at all the shit Testament can do now. That's great to see them be able to live their life away from all the harsh shit in their past, and that goes for damn near every character in the roster. And I see that happening with ELPHELT as well, because ELPHELT came into this world not knowing really anything, and just to be used as a puppet by the Universal Will / Aerials, and just seeing her bond with other characters, show more what she wants to do with her life, and show more of what she believes is best for her, is a great thing to see. And I know a lot of people don't like the fact that she's not Guns N' Roses, idol dress wearing ELPHELT again. But the problem, the one thing I don't see people talk about is how, great she is. Right? I love her character. She still retains all of her goofy, dorky mannerisms. And I love that about ELPHELT. That's one of my favorite things about her. She's a goofball, a dork, and I love that character archetype so much because she's trying so hard. She's so earnest, she's so adorable, and I just don't know how anyone could look at ELPHELT and hate her. I just have no idea how. But I love her character. I love her so much. It's insane how quickly she became a favorite. Back in the day when Xrd Sign came out, I did not buy the DLC, but when she was announced and Cassandra Lee Morris was voicing her, which was actually pretty cool. That was a pretty good incentive to me about the character. I was like, okay, well, I was gonna buy her. I wasn't gonna buy Leo, but whatever. And I bought ELPHELT, and while I'm not even remotely good at ELPHELT, both in Strive and in she's only about in a day in Strive as of this recording. But I'm starting to get how she works, but of course I'm not gonna be very good at it. I'm just gonna goof around with her. And I'm not very good at her in the XR games either, but I like playing as her. She's fun to play as, and I just love seeing all the interactions you have with her characters. Like her whole marriage proposal thing, like the craziness that is involved with that, is still retained in Strive. Like everything about Elphelt outside of her previous design is still in Strive. And that's what weirds me out, because everyone wants to look at the design and say, oh, well, Elphelt's not, she's not, unique as she used to be. She looks generic or some shit like that. And I'm looking at it like, how do you think Elphelt is anything like generic? It's insane. But I don't want to like throw a bunch of heat at people. Again, a lot of people just don't like Elphelt for personality's sake, or they just don't like fighting her in XR because I heard she was a big menace in that game. But I'm glad that a lot of her characterization was retained in like Strive. I'm glad that she found something that she wanted to pursue in Strive, right? She, again, death metal pop idol Elphelt Valentine is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. And like her theme even reflects that. Not only they got a different vocalist for her theme song, Molly Davis, who I've never heard of before until now, but the fact that they're not using someone like the female vocalist or Naoki is insane. Like it's shown that Daisuke is branching out to put more people into his music, which is actually really insane. Like back in the day, you would have never expected that Guilty Gear would even have a female vocalist at all, let alone two of them, which is outrageous. It's absolutely crazy. And on top of that, her theme song is death metal, which when you really think about it, she was, she believed that she was going to be married to a death metal artist back in XR, that's how we met Elphelt for the first time. That's the story that she told the audience about what was going to happen to her. She was going to get married to a death metal. And it's funny to see that come full circle in this fashion. It shows that she still likes that, and I think that's incredibly hilarious. Hell, she really leans into the whole death metal thing. I mean, when she attacks you with one of her supers, she literally screams "die" at you. And when she starts a match, she just screams into her mic. That's funny. It's funny as hell seeing Elphelt do that. It's perfect. This is the shit I've been waiting for all this time. As for gameplay, I really have nothing to say much on Elphelt because she's only been out for a day and a lot of people are discovering tech and all that. And I'm not really in a position to discuss gameplay either because I am not very good at these games, but I really like playing them. And I'm not really in a position to talk about tier lists or how good Elphelt will be or how different she is from Guilty Gear XR. But I really like playing her in this game. I still like playing her in XR despite her being a little bit more technical than than I'm used to. I still at least tried, and even though I wasn't very good at playing her, she was a very fun character to play. And this same thing goes for Guilty Gear Strive. It's funny that they gave her a move called Chain Lollipop, which is just Noelle Vermillion's Chain Revolver. And I think that's incredibly hilarious that, there was already a lot of comparisons between Elphelt and Noelle. Back when Elphelt was announced in, Guilty Gear XR Sign, from personalities to birthdays, just general mannerisms. It's funny to see how full circle this comes. Elphelt is just Guilty Gear's version of Noelle, and I think that's very funny to me. But again, I'm not in this the position to discuss gameplay, but I like playing her. She feels really good to play. I don't know if I can main the character because I'm still maining Testament, which I'm genuinely surprised that they became my favorite character to play. I never really liked playing Testament in the previous games, but once I started playing them in Strive, it feels so good to play that character. I don't know why. It's just the heavy hitting and all that stuff, but this is not a Testament video. Maybe I'll make a video about Testament someday, but the point is, I've been wanting Elphelt for the longest time, and I'm super glad that she's here. I really love this character. She's such a fun character. I've never seen a fighting game character exude this much goofiness, this much energy without it being either cringe or too over the top, right? And Elphelt is just the perfect balance of just awesome. She's an awesome character. She's badass. She's adorable. She's funny. She's the entire package. And seeing her, the fact that she has respects and taunts for every character in the roster, and keep in mind, this is going to happen for every other character that's probably going to get into the game, is astounding. That's a lot of work to put into one character. And that goes to show how well Guilty Gear and ARCSYS works, loves to handle the characters. Every ARCSYS Works game, and yes, I'm including BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle for people who don't like that game, they put a lot of work and effort into the characters and how they interact with other characters and how their moves work and all that stuff. And I really see that exemplified with characters like Elphelt. Again, every character in Guilty Gear has that, right? absolutely insane. They're insane characters, they have fun moves, they're fun personalities. Guilty Gear has no character I hate. Outside of Pum hate him, but I don't hate the character, I just don't really like the character too much. But the point is, I love Elphelt, and I'm glad she's here. I'm so glad. She was the one character I wanted to come back. Now, the only other character I want in Guilty Gear Strive now is Ariel's, but I know she's most likely never going to get in the game. And I can already see that the poll that they released about Guilty Gear Strive a while ago about what the most popular character was has Elphelt and Abba and Slayer. We can only guess that Abba and Slayer may be coming back. Again, that'd be cool to see characters like Abba come back, who hadn't been playable since Guilty Gear XX, which is pretty cool. Now, granted, Abba isn't exactly my favorite character, but hell, Testament wasn't my favorite character either, and look at them now. They're one of my favorite characters in all of Guilty Gear Strive, and they're my main. So it's nice to see that Strive is making me think about characters that I didn't really think about before, right? Again, Testament is a major example. I loved Bridget, and Bridget came back. Glad to see her again. I'm glad to see characters like, Ramlethal come back, because of course she was going to come back. And it's, I never played Ramlethal, but it's fun to have her in the roster, and just to see the changes they made to her and how her story has come full circle. And I'm happy about that. Again, I know a lot of people don't like, this iteration of Elphelt, or like maybe they don't like her design, but I'm cool with her. And I think that's all that really matters, is that I like her. I think that's all that really matters to me, is that I like her, and that's all that really matters. So yeah, that's all I really want to talk about, everyone. I just wanted to ramble about Elphelt and how I'm just so happy she got into the game, gang. I have been waiting for so long for this one character to get into the game, and I am so happy that she did. Like, Again, I really love this character. She's one of my favorite Guilty Gear characters, if not my favorite Guilty Gear character. Just, she has so much energy, like way too much energy, and I love it. Like, she's a complete goofball and a dork, and that's it's just my favorite. Just absolutely my favorite. But that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. How do you feel about Elphelt getting the Stride? Do you like her? Do you not like her? Do you like her old design? Do you like her new design? All that kind of stuff. I want to hear your thoughts about Elphelt. So, without further ado, I'll see y'all next time. Peace, everyone. I hope all y'all have a great day. Kaizouwar